just be able to click through, but
oh, we're live.
Yes,
we're live.
It's Tuesday. It's time for Dive Bar.
Nice. It's Dive Bar Comedy. I'm Wild Joe. Thanks to Carol Newell for making us go live. And, all right, we're gonna have a fun show. We've got some cool comics. We've got our MC, Mista See, in the house.
Right.
I got my babies already screaming. Oh my God, it's trying to pick me up. All right, Carol, let's hear the theme song by the late and great GT.
Let's do that. Hold please.
Oh my God, I'm gonna mute myself. I think I'm gonna be on mute all show today.
Mm-hmm.
Wake up when the sun goes down. I wake up when the sun goes down.
Pornhub?
I wanna do something.
I know, Carol. What are we gonna look into?
At a dive bar. At a dive bar.
Yes, cancel. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Say what I wanna say. I say what I wanna say. Santa. Dirty, bad, nasty comedy. Dive bar comedy. Dirty, bad, nasty comedy. Dive bar comedy. Dirty, bad, nasty comedy. Dive bar comedy. Dirty, bad, nasty comedy. Dive bar comedy.
Yeah.
Some people ask me, is this a clean show? I said, no. Dirty, bad, nasty comedy. That's what we're about here. All right, that sets the tone. All right, let's see our comics and see what we're working with. We've got some newcomers to the show. We've got some return people. We've got some flakes. Carol, you don't have to name names, but Carol called one of our flakes tonight, and this is the first time we actually called somebody to try to remind them that they're supposed to be on air. What did this unnamed person say, Carol?
That he was at a bar in Hollywood and he did not book himself for the show.
Wow. Well, I didn't know bars were open. This is amazing.
Yes. Interesting, right?
It's probably a bad
patios.
Yeah, there's a lot of sneaky, not supposed to be open bars that are secretly opening, seems like.
Yep.
But if you have to pay that rent and you've got an empty bar, it would be very tempting to open it up once in a while if you could.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago, the Witch's Brew had a show.
Oh yeah, really? The Witch's Brew.
Yeah.
That's a place we've been before.
That's one of our old haunts.
And you're right. They have, right when the pandemic started, they were still willing to do shows if we just kept it on the DL, the down low. And
evidently they're back.
Yeah.
Those are the new speakeasies now, I guess, in this era.
Yeah, like a speakeasy. Yeah, because they're not getting much pandemic relief either. The bars, they have a lot of overhead, and the pandemic relief was based on how many employees you have. And I know they were like a husband and wife team that were running the bars, so they don't have any employees really, and they weren't getting any help. So gotta keep those lights on. Anyway, all right, let's get into it. Let's see who's first. Linda Marcus Smith, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Yeah, how did you find us? It's your first time on the show, right?
It is, I think, through Carol Newell.
Well, Carol knows everyone.
Well,
Carol's a woman on the streets. She knows everyone. So since our viewers don't know you, can you tell us a little bit about where you're from and how long you've been doing comedy, how you got started?
Sure. I'm originally from Portland, Oregon, and I started doing comedy when I was 63 years old.
Woo.
This month, it's 7 years in comedy. Thank you.
Woo!
Started in SoCal, and I've traveled the country on Amtrak doing comedy on the train, and I had a show in New York City for veterans once a week, and one in Oregon and Washington once a week. And I've done veteran stand-up. I love my veterans. I'm a veteran of the military, so
Wow.
Hey.
Wonderful.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like the train. The train is a fun way to ride from one place to the other. It's relaxing. They have Wi-Fi now, and you don't have to drive, which is nice. So is that something something that Amtrak set you up to do, comedy, or you just started doing jokes on the train, or how did that happen?
So I post jokes because I have a lot of time. I'm retired. And so I post jokes, and New York found out that I post a lot of jokes, and they asked me to come out. So on the train, I just started doing comedy. Turns out people on the train have a lot of time and they like to laugh. So I didn't get paid for it. I just did it.
That's fun. That's a lot of fun. All right. So what have you been doing during the pandemic? Have you been doing any Zoom shows or your own show, or what have you been doing?
I've been doing a lot of Zoom mics and shows, and I have a daily thing I do on Facebook Live to YouTube where I interview comedians. I've interviewed over 630 of them, and I'm having a blast getting to know and helping them get their life story out, their passions.
Wow, that's amazing. 630 comedians?
Mhm.
That's amazing.
Mhm. Thank you. I really love it. So if anybody is a comedian, or if you've been on stage one time or you're a legend, I will do you. Right, Carol? I'll do you.
Yeah.
What's the name of your show, Linda?
It's called Comic Spot. It's on Spotify. It's on YouTube. It's on my YouTube under my name. But yeah, I got to do 2 hours with Tommy Chong.
Hey, all right.
So my haters are really pissed right now.
Wow, that's amazing. I love that. That's really awesome. All right, I have to change the channel for my baby who's crying. So Carol, can you tell people what kind of shows you have coming up?
Sure, I'd be happy to. Actually, this Friday, March 12th, for anybody in the Los Angeles area, come out to Fry's Electronics in Burbank. We'll be doing an open mic. I've scheduled the open mic because so many people have been hitting me up to get on there. I've got 33 scheduled, and I have an alt list going for anybody who doesn't show up. So that's going to be a lot of fun. We'll be doing that underneath the UFO. We will have snacks. We will have great pictures because it's very picturesque. If you've ever been to the Fry's in Burbank, it's on Hollywood Way and Van Owen. And we used to do the open mic there all last summer and into the fall until Fry's figured out that we were there and kicked us out. So you know what happens when you mess with the bull? You get the horns. So that's why we're going back to laugh at them since they have met their demise. Also, not this Saturday, but the following Saturday, March 20th, we'll be having another installment of the Carpool Comedy. It is COVID safe. You can sit in your car and listen to it over the radio. It is in North Hollywood at the NoHo Diner on Magnolia. You can get tickets at the World's Best Laugh. You can direct message me. I'll send you the link, or you can get it on the Instagram carpool_comedy, or at the World's Best Laugh on the Instagram or on the Facebook. And yes, I have to say the Instagram and the Facebook because I'm AP and it's in the AARP rules. You have to say the. So that's our two big things that are coming up. Of course, we're still at the Pan Pacific Park every Saturday afternoon from 3 to 5. And we will have on April 3rd an all ladies show, you guys. That's going to be so much fun. I have a bunch of funny ladies that are going to be there making the funny. And so we're going to do that April 3rd. So if you're going to come to the park and see us at the open air outdoor amphitheater at Pan Pacific Park in Los Angeles, come and see us there on April 3rd for the all ladies show. It's going to be a lot of fun. I don't know if Wild Joe's back, but
I'm back.
Oh, you're back.
I
Okay,
put on the train song. I put on the train song for the baby, and that did it. Too bad it's like a 3-minute song. So
well, back to you, Wild Joe.
All right. And speaking of the Facebook, I caught Linda before the show talking about, have you been on the Facebook dating? And I thought that was pretty funny because she's following the AARP rules as well. So, all right, you guys. Well, let's see. Who else we got in the house? Casey McNeal. He's looking for something. He lost something under his desk.
I lost some weed here somewhere, but I'll find it.
Well, that's fine. Casey, I think it's your first time on the show also, right?
Yes, it is.
How'd you find us?
I think I saw a comic that was doing the show, and it came up in my feed or something like that. And then I ended up in typical form reaching out with avails.
Hey, why not? I'm always booking. It's only 6 comics per show, but it's every week. So I'm constantly booking people. So, if somebody writes me and says, can I be on your show? And it's all through Facebook for the most part. We're live streaming on Facebook, and we have like 20 or more friends in common. I'm like, I don't even check if they're funny. I'm like, they're funny enough. If we have a lot of friends in common, they can come on. So.
The thing that's cool is that the downside of Zoom, we are all, killing ourselves because we can't be live in that. The only upside, if there is one, I don't know, is this some of this networking and being in different places. And, when I look out for virtual shows to do, I look at LA and Austin and Cleveland and places that, they wouldn't necessarily otherwise see me. And then we can get to know each other and our styles.
Where are you?
I live in Boston.
Oh, wow.
Casey's been on my show too.
Okay.
That may be the connection.
I think so.
This guy's a networker. He's all the way on the LA shows. He's made his way across the coast.
Yep.
Yes. I'll be. Oh, and I want to plug something if I can. I'll be on the Writers of Conan Presents on March 29th on Flappers, a virtual show.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Wow. Cool. All right, Casey. So are you from Boston?
No, I'm originally from Michigan. I moved, like my story, like any good story, is about a girl. I moved here chasing a girl a long time ago.
All right. Well, I love Boston. I've never been there, but I loved it when I was a young girl because New Kids on the Block are from Boston, and I was just in love with them. So.
I run into those guys all the time, actually.
Really?
Oh yeah, Wahlberg. Their mother is the sweetest woman ever, and I actually run into her quite a bit. She's just around. She's just like a fixture, kind of, in the neighborhoods that those guys run. And then Donnie comes in and out happened to come in and out of the airport at the same time as I was. I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks to where we got to going like that to each other because we were coming off the same planes and stuff, but.
I met Donnie. I ran into him I was like at a kind of like a bar type place, and it was next to some premiere, or I don't know what was going on, but I didn't know he was going to be there. He was there, and there were all these people like taking his picture and stuff. And then I went up and took a picture with him. And first he was like really into it. And then I said, I used to love you when I was like 12. And he was like, he just lost interest so much. And he probably hears that all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I said the wrong thing. So
there is no right or wrong thing to say with they're just everybody's people. We just,
yeah.
No right or wrong things to say. They just, I don't know. Everybody tries to play. Everybody who is also like in the entertainment business, we usually try to play it low key. That there you go. I admire your work a lot.
Right.
Inside we're like, oh my God, I'm just dying right now.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, I used to love you when I was 12. Maybe, it's not current. So it's kind of like,
Yeah,
oh
not quite
God.
contemporary.
If you're like a teen star, you peak when you're 18, 19. It's all downhill from there.
I tell you though, my wife and I met Hulk Hogan once, and he had been just doing the Tonight Show, and I was on. So that's a long story. We were there, and we came around to the back where everybody's coming out from the studios and that, and he was in the limo, and he pulled up and he slowed down to say, hey, it was nice, whatever. He rolled down the window. My wife was with me. So I leaned in. I was talking to his wife. My wife leaned into Hulk Hogan. She goes, do you recognize me? Don't you recognize me? She says, I'm that girl in the pajamas that watched you from my living room all those times. I thought that was wicked cute.
That's funny. That is cute. Aw. Speaking of Hulk Hogan, I met the Hulk, Lou Ferrigno. I was doing this. I was a volunteer at this gifting suite. So different vendors would put out their products, and then we would walk around with these celebrities. And I actually, Cheech Marin was there one time. Speaking of Chong, and we would walk them around and put things in the bag for them and introduce them to the vendors and that kind of thing. But he's such a big built guy, but he would not hold a piece of paper. I mean, I was like laden down with all this stuff. He wouldn't hold one tiny thing. I was like, all right, well, I guess that's the perks of being a celebrity, but it was pretty fun. So anyway, all right. Well, Casey, I'm glad to have you on the show.
Thanks. Glad to be
you
here.
up late, but it should be fun. All right. Oh, we've got our two lovely ladies who are regulars on our show. I'm like flicking. I'm on my phone, so I'm flicking. I can only see 4 people at a time, and one of them is me. So, all right. Cynthia Delgado, you got your whole name back again. You're not Sin anymore. You're all the way back up to Cynthia.
Well, you know what? It's going back. It depends. It depends on what's going on. I do Sin, and then people, they kind of run with it, and they go in a certain way. And they start spelling it. I see it SIN. Linda's even shaking her head. She's like, yeah. She's like, I know Sin. She's like, I deal with that on the daily, and I'm like, yeah. So I think it just all depends. But. Cynthia, like I said, sometimes I feel like I should probably review your taxes, maybe look at some type of legal document. I don't know. That's so.
It's elegant. I like it. It's elegant.
See, elegant. Someone should walk in with a glass of wine. And just not be dressed in this shirt. Like okay, yeah, yes. So, And then I have my middle name, which is Christine, which I don't use, how many people use their middle name? Does anybody use their middle name at all? I mean, does anybody have a middle name? Mr. C, do you have a middle name? No, yeah, Carol, you do?
It's
Serial killers use the middle name.
Great.
I have
great.
4 first names.
Yeah,
Or
so
first
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I
So it's
think I
Carl,
told you.
Lester, Anthony Jr.
Lester,
Oh,
that sounds too much like molester.
Yeah, I was Lester the molester in elementary school.
Of course.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what they call it.
no,
Lester.
okay, I
It's
hope
like
that's
Lester
the
the
worst.
molester. Lester the molester. And I'll just be like, I hate my father.
A cousin of GT's just had a baby that she kept the name a secret until the baby was born. It's a girl. It's ANAIS. How would you say that? ANAIS.
Anais.
Oh, are you challenging us?
I mean, I'm just saying that kid, everybody's going to say anus. I mean,
Aeneas.
I'm sure that's not how you say it, Aeneas, but I mean, that kid is going
Aeneas.
to get made fun of.
Isn't that
As
Anais?
soon as the other kids learn the word anus, they're going to be.
Right. Let me see one of those black Armenians. They like make up.
No, I don't know. It must be a name. I'm not sure. I mean, they speak
Afro Armenian.
English. No, they're not.
Afro Armenian from Brooklyn.
That's tricky.
I was just,
That's
I understand not wanting to tell people your name beforehand because people will always shit on your name. But, in this case, maybe some feedback would have been good. Anyway, I hope they're not listening.
It
But,
could have been worse. They could have named her Absidy. ABCDE. Absidy.
Oh, I heard of that name. I don't know though. I think Anus is
Pretty.
worse. Oh God, the baby's crying again. Oh yeah. All right, Cynthia. Anything exciting going on? I gotta go change the channel to the train song again.
Yeah, go change the channel. Let's see, stuff's exciting going on. Well, let's see. We're all in this pandemic still. Then they said there's going to be a second wave, but I don't know. I don't even know if I even believe all that. But yeah, no, I'm grateful. Oh, Mr. C, look at that. Smoking weed. Yes, absolutely. You know, I think I'm probably smoking more weed, you know, lately. Drinking, yeah, I mean, but you know, so not as much. Oh, well, oh, she's
I
back.
found a 48-minute train video. So let's see. The other day, I found this garbage truck video, and it was just literally like following a garbage truck as it went along through a neighborhood picking up cans. And it was like a 2-hour long, like meditative garbage truck video. It was very interesting.
You got to get Mighty Machines.
Mighty Machines?
Mighty Machines. The whole Mighty Machines series. It's filmed out of Canada, and it's just all these episodes were like, oh, we're going to go in the paper making factory today. And they do that. And oh, today's the airport. And like the planes talk to each other and that, but it's like live action sort of, you know, video, but the vehicles all sort of have voices that they take on and chat with each other and whatever, but it's cute. You have to see it, but my kid was 8 for them. My kid was absolutely nuts for that stuff.
Mighty Machines. Good to know.
Mighty
Yeah,
Machines.
I mean, no,
See,
the
she
boy,
knows.
Jesus. The boy is a stereotypical boy. He loves all that construction stuff. And
Oh no, Mighty Machines,
vehicles.
hands down, all the way.
All right, Mighty Machines. Oh God. All right. Cynthia, thanks for coming on. Thanks for your monologue. I'm gonna have to keep it moving here. Courtney.
Hello.
Ay. So
Hi.
you made it. You're anti-Facebook now. What happened? What happened to Facebook?
Well, actually, it's kind of the story that's taken me to where I am now. I feel like I had a relative who was supporting Trump right before the election, and I'd held my mouth for a long time. And then I was just like, I'm disappointed in you, like as if that was a really fiery thing to say, but apparently it was. And so then everyone like got mad at me, and then some of the family I have out here didn't get mad at me, and they work in podcasts and got me a job. So now I'm a podcast producer. Isn't that a weird story? I got a job out of like calling someone out on Facebook, but I still got off of Facebook. I still rejected it. So that's what happened. Yeah. I didn't know they were. Yeah.
I was going to say, have you been doing any comedy Zoom shows or live shows or any of that?
Not live shows. No, but I'm working with comedians now, like doing podcasts. It's like, I never made my own podcast because I was like, that seems like too much work. And now I'm doing all of the work for other people. So that kind of backfired, but I guess now it's, you know, it's good. It's like, I feel like I know what I'm doing now. So maybe I will someday, we'll see. But no, I spend like for the last few months, like mostly that's been my focus. So yeah, but then I did the San Diego Comedy Fest whenever that was. I don't even know anymore.
Virtual comedy fest.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, so that was, I think that might've been, yeah, well, whatever. You'll see how rusty I am. Looking forward to it, right? Yeah.
So are you using Instagram instead of Facebook, or just not social media at all?
Yeah, I'm using Instagram still, but I haven't been on it that much. It's like, I'm not doing a cleanse. I'm definitely still scrolling, but I haven't been a big participator, you know? So, you know, I guess it's just because there's less to show and brag about now. And that's what like all of it's for, you know? Isn't it? You just have to have but it's like if I went outside the other day and took some pictures, and then that was the last time I made a post, you know? Found a statue, did the same pose as it. And I was like, oh, I just have to go out of my apartment more and into the natural flattering light. And then maybe I'll participate more in social media, but
Nice.
yeah.
Nice. Well, I have to put a timer on my phone to cut me off of social media because I'm always on Facebook reading. I go into the post and I read each and every comment that everybody made. And it takes a long time to read every comment sometimes, especially the interesting subjects. So I have to set my timer 1 hour a day. And then after that it says, remind me in 15 minutes, remind me in 15 minutes, you know, so at least I know when I'm going over my limit. I also discovered a game on my phone that I've been playing, which is a big time waster and very addictive. So
Yeah.
anyway.
What game?
All right, Courtney. Well, it's good to have you back on. And I
Yeah.
like your bar, nice and bright. Looks like
I feel like it's like
Deli.
closing time. They turn the lights on.
it's like going to Jerry's Deli after the bars close or something.
Yeah. Or like
Yeah.
a sad St. Patrick's Day bar. That's what I was thinking. It's like, this is,
Aw. St. Patrick's Day is coming up. There's
I
there's
know.
nothing to do.
you're
Aw.
missing all this beauty.
Okay, Carol wants to know what game I'm playing. It's called Project Makeover. It's it was charting on the Apple store. So you do the makeover, you buy different things, like you wash it's like $300, wash their face. Another $300, take off their hat. So, and like all the money that you spend, you have to win playing basically a Candy Crush type game, which is really hard. And so it takes you forever to get enough money to do a full makeover on a person, unless you want to use real life money and like win the Candy Crush game by cheating and buying more lives, more turns. But yeah, I've probably already spent like $20 in real life money just trying to get past different levels. But today I was bored again and I started wasting time looking at online shopping. I didn't buy anything, but I realized that my Candy Crush game is much cheaper than any type of online shopping addiction that I might get into, you know, because who needs clothes? Who needs clothes when nobody sees you, you know, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you know, I don't know. I was reading the news. They said there's a overstock, like way too much clothes. And I'm like, oh, well, where are they selling it off? I can't find where they're selling it. There's no sales. There's no clearance. So supposedly there's too many clothes that are not selling in stores. Ross. I miss Loman's. Anybody remember Loman's? I don't know. Loman's had like some high-end deals, but anyway, all right. I don't leave my house, so they better find a way to sell it online. Anyway, all right. This is gonna be fun. Welcome to the show, everyone. I'm gonna turn it over to Mista See. What have you been up to, Mista See? Anything exciting?
Just chilling and whatnot. I did have a fun ass like Hollywood weekend. I spent this whole weekend with this wild ass dude that does advertising, and he spent the whole weekend driving me around in a Maserati.
Wow.
It's actually one of the yeah. Oh, dude, this shit was a fucking rocket ship, yo. Jesus Christ. Of course, he's got money, so he's driving like a goddamn maniac. And I'm just sitting there, old as shit, like, Carl, keep calm. We're not gonna die. If we get pulled over, he's rich. He'll just do some white guy shit and give money, and it'll be fine. But it's actually 1 in 100 because Neiman Marcus every year puts out a supercar in their Christmas catalog, and he's got a Maserati 4-door that's a 1 in 100 of the Neiman Marcus, and it was dope and kicking it, and it was cool. Had a lot of good times and had fun. Yeah.
I wrote a song. Me and this girl named Alyssa Jordana. She's a singer. We wrote a song together and did a duet called "I Like the Boys in the Maseratis." It was all about like checking out a guy in a Maserati and wanting to slide all over his leather seats. So yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta play that sometime.
That's great,
All
girl.
right, you guys. Well, I can tell this is a fun group of people, and we're gonna have a fun show tonight. So I'm gonna turn over to you, Mista See, and we can start the show.
Yeah. Oh, one quick question. Are just the 4 comedians going, or is Carol, are you going, or?
I can go if you want to.
The 4. Just the 4.
Just the 4?
Yeah,
Okay.
because it's Linda, Cynthia, Courtney, and Casey, right?
Yeah, let's do that and see what time it is.
Okay.
All right. That works. All right, so we'll get into it. So, all right, my name is Mr. See Enforcer, aka Poppy Carl the Bad Boy. Check out everything with Skid Bags, the Tyson Ranch, Wale Rock, Sauce in the City, and of course the Dive Bar Comedy Show. So, you guys ready to start the comedy show? Can I get a yeah?
Yeah.
Time to jump this thing off. We about to get it and started. So we got a bunch of ladies and you got one penis stuck in here somewhere. So I'm gonna fit them in where to get in, and we're gonna go with the ladies to pop it off because Women's Day was just recent. So let's give a round of applause for Women's Day recently.
National Women's Day. Woo-hoo.
That's right. I mean, phew, you could squeeze something the size of a watermelon out something the size of a lemon. You're talented. Jesus Christ. It's like the hips separate. Dude, it's alien. It's alien. It's alien. Like, I don't know why we don't just kill it as soon as it comes out. Like, oh my God! Bust out of me. Kill it. Kill it. No, instead we like hug it and like teach it to be a criminal. Art is wonderful. Wonderful. America. Can't wait to be a parent one day. So my kids can like embarrass me. And I can be like ashamed, like, how did you turn out like this? I didn't raise you like this. He's like, well, Dad, you did drink 7 martinis a day. I'm like, oh, wow. You're going to be judgmental. It's such a, I hate my kid already. I don't even have it. But anyway. All right. So we're going to get our copy. So one more time. Can I get a yeah?
Yeah.
All right, so the first comedian coming to the stage is actually a newbie to the game, but she said she wanted to step up first and jump out there. She probably even going to flash her titties because she's that kind of girl. So we're going to get it ready. I like her name because she's the LMS. That means she's likes the shit macking and smooth. So let's get it liking and macking and smooth right now with Linda Marcus Smith.
Hi, everybody. I'm here at Everyday Bar in between George and Michael. I don't think these two guys, I just figure that if I disappear, you'll know what I'm doing. And if I come back up without my teeth in my mouth, you can just put together what happened with these two guys. I'd love to sit in a bar with these two and have them me too me, because you know they would. I'm originally from the Upper West Side, but it's not the good one. It's the Upper West Side of the U.S. map, Oregon, Portland, Oregon. Anybody? Never. It's the city of continual letdowns. You know, oh my gosh, do I have to remind you of Tanya Harding, really? Yeah, I know what you're thinking when you're looking at me too. You're thinking, you know, she looks like the most likely to have forgot about Dre. I get it. But I know that I'm the least likely person you'd suspect to know how to make a Sprite can disappear in my mouth. So, gotcha.
Oh, no.
That brought silence. What, old ladies can't like sex? What's with this group? Come on, go with me. It's a ride, you guys. It's a crazy ride. Buckle up. I'm as good as it gets from Portland. You know, the thing is, in Portland, they have also this thing called hipsters. It's a phenomenon. It started in Portland, I'm sure. And the hipsters, oh my gosh, they love to drive me mashugana with their compliments. You know, like, if I am a boomer, I need compliments. I'll do anything a man says, with or without a compliment. But if you're going to give me a compliment, make it have a payoff, make it be real, right? They say, you look amazeballs. Well, now what am I going to do with a lame compliment? Like, there's no payoff. What am I going to do? Google amazeballs? Nancy Grace. Nancy Grace, you know that lady, Nancy Grace, she's going to swoop down out of CNN and snatch up my hard drive. They check your hard drive right after you kill your third husband, you guys.
How do you know?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, they're right on top of it after the third death. But, you know, I wanted to kill my husband. I was married once. I did want to kill him, but that's because he looked like a freaking Portland Paul Bunyan statue. So whole nother talk show. Oh my gosh. Something's happening on March 19th to me. My twin brother, Fred, is, he's turning on me. He's a traitor. He's he's come out and said that he's turning 70 years old. My twin brother is turning 70. Not me. I'm turning 21 times 3 plus 6 because math confuses the fuck out of people. It's 25,900 and some days old, and nobody can afford the candles right now. So you guys have to put up with me. You're welcome. Yeah, those hipsters. One guy said a really cool compliment. He said, "You look like you're aging backwards." I'm like, dude, I do everything backwards. You follow me. But now I feel about as sexy as Benjamin Buttons. That's another stupid compliment. Get out of here. Next. The next guy is like, "You look just like Marilyn Monroe." Marilyn Monroe, because I have blonde hair. I look more like Katie Couric. Come on. So he says, but then he went too far. If you're a guy, careful with the compliments. Stop at the end of the compliment. Don't keep talking. You'll ruin the. He said, "You look like Marilyn Monroe if she had a sister and her sister had to pop out of a cake and sing happy birthday to Ted Kennedy." Like, not a compliment. Oh my gosh. But really, guys, when you give a compliment, don't say you look good for your age. It's the worst, because if you end a compliment with a preposition, trust me, the night isn't going to end with no proposition. Yeah. But now my life is about doing comedy for the military and veterans. Do we have any veterans here in the group? Anybody that served? What about these two guys at the bar? I know how to find out, but I'm busy doing comedy. So yeah, I love doing comedy for the military, mostly because my self-esteem's been in the toilet and I like attention. I'm used to getting it from men. In the 50s, they would honk back then. They don't do that no more. They would tell me that I had value and that they were horny. You know, it was a good time back then, a whole different time. Now I have to put on prom gowns and hooker heels and find veterans to make laugh to get attention. And I'm willing to do the work. I mean, I've been caught in Vegas making veterans laugh in the middle of Vegas Boulevard. You know, if you're wearing a hat and it says USS whatever, I'm all about making you laugh. You need to laugh. Yeah, well, you know, I just have a lot of fun when you can make a military you know, like, what are the things they had to do so we can sling jokes in ink? Do you know how awful my set would sound in German? Thank you for serving. I love to make them laugh. And, you know, whenever I can make a veteran laugh and forget the BS they had to do so we can speak in English, I get tingly from the top of my fake blonde hair to the bottom of my hooker heels, or whatever, fuck me pumps, whatever. I don't know, I'm always going to keep going out there finding another GI spot. I'm going to end on a pun. That's it, from Linda Marcus Smith. Thank you.
Yeah.
Love it, Linda.
Linda Marcus Smith.
Thank you so much.
Wow, that's right. I like it. There's a bunch of great stuff going on there. And she talked about the military. My dad is ex-military, police officer and whatnot. A few of my friends are also ex-military and whatnot too. A good serious point, because the Dive Bar Comedy Show is not only the dirtiest place in the world, but you get some reality. And one of those realities is most of the homeless guys I meet are ex-military. And I don't understand how you can dedicate your life to this government, become a trained killer, go do things, because I have yet to meet a sane man who's come back from any action. Right? Not a sane one. Even the sane ones are crazy. Okay. Yeah, I heard that like 2 or 3 military guys commit suicide every day. I think it's something like maybe even more than that, like every 10 minutes, just like something crazy. Military guys, why don't they have the mental care? Why don't they have a place to stay? Why don't we take the old barracks and build them up so we can put homeless guys there? By the way, Carl Anthony for president. I am running as an independent, and that's one of my policies. To put military men. in a barracks type situation. So let's get ready for that. And another round of applause for Linda Marcus. She sounds like a WNBA player. Linda Marcus, rides down the way and goes. Marcus, we're going to jump right into our next comedian. This wonderful comedian, she's kind of switches it up. Sometimes she does a lot of sin. Sometimes she's mature and she got a full name. Recently, this lady has actually become a model. So round of applause for that recent contract, everybody. And whatnot. And I think that's why she's going by Cynthia, because she's classy now. She like better than me. You know, whatever. Okay, excuse me, Cynthia. So, you know. But this lady is actually super talented and is good at her game, can do all kind of things, got mad swag, mad talent, and it's from all kind of places. Are you guys ready to have your mind spun into the next level? Can I get a yeah?
Yeah.
That's right. Let me get a clap, 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 clap for the center of all sins, Cynthia Delgado.
Hey.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Well, you know, my hair's not easy to comb, you know, so I have this real thick hair, or I don't even know if it's thick. I think it has little different things. But, you know, I've been celebrating my birthday, you know, and I think you should celebrate your birthday for at least a month, at least, you know. Some people, I get a lot of nods. Okay, so yes, right. Some people say, you know, the day, yeah, but you know, my birthday's in February, so it kind of leaned into March a little bit, you know, because February is short, you know, and so I had to kind of go into the first week of March. But you know, you kind of get a taste of it. You want to keep going, so I kind of want to keep going till Easter. Like I want to celebrate my birthday again on St. Patty's Day, you know. And the reason why I'm saying this is I just want to just say, yeah, because of COVID, why not? I think everybody's, you know, had a moment to celebrate their birthday now during this time. So I think you should pick other times to celebrate your birthday, just so it can work for you. Because, you know, you can't, like sometimes the restaurants are closed, sometimes they're open, sometimes you can go here, sometimes you can go there, sometimes you can turn around, sometimes you can go to the beach. Just saying. So I'm going to keep celebrating my birthday. So that's where I'm at. I'm going to, you know, I think you guys can enjoy it with me, but I'm going to be celebrating my birthday on St. Patty's Day. So, you know, one thing I realized today is that I miss push buttons. I miss push buttons. You know, I was really having an issue with, you know, an app on my phone today. And when I was pushing the button, you know, you push the button, there's no button, but you're pushing a button, you know. And the same thing too, when I get home and I turn off my alarm, it takes me like 3 times. You guys, I have like fat fingers. I don't know, or fat thumbs. I don't know, but it takes me like 3 times, you know, to do it. My girlfriend looks at me, you know, and she's probably wondering like, is she high? And, you know, and I'm like, fat fingers, you know. So anyway, but yeah, I miss push buttons, you know, from the phone. I don't know.
Girlfriend, those big old fingers.
Yes, I'm sure there's no complaints there, but you know, and in the news, you know, they talk about this rigged election. But I want to say this though, I wish we'd figure out a way we can rig the lottery, and then nobody say anything, and let's all figure it out. We can kind of just like spread it with them. Are you with me? I think, you know, I've been thinking about it. You know, we can kind of do what would be the lottery numbers. We can figure this out now with all these algorithms and robots that we're having soon. You guys hear about all these robots? Do you guys hear about what is it in Pennsylvania? I think they are going to allow these robots, you know, 500-pound robots that are going to be delivering, you know, like pizza and your food. But they're labeling them as pedestrians now. You know, so they're going to be a pedestrian. So Linda, if you cause havoc with one of those little robots because they need to deliver their pizza and you need to cross the street, you know, they might accuse you of an altercation, and they might even just say, before we even start this conversation, I am going to record you. And so, you know, I don't know. This is kind of interesting with the robots. I mean, I love it, you know, because it does kind of help, you know, works, but I mean, who's to say who's right or who's wrong? And then you can imagine like, what you're in jail, like they arrest you and it's like, what are you in here for? And it's like, I was fighting with a robot. What do you? I don't know. I mean, like, great ideas. I love these ideas that come out, you know, like the automated cars. I do like those ideas. But there's a certain spot in Laguna Hills that loses the signal. There's been 2 accidents that I know of. I don't know. You guys look it up, but just saying. And then what in case someone kind of reprograms something, you know, like, I don't know. I have in control. I, you know, if I want to run somebody over, I want to be able to run somebody over. Not that if the car just like stops. No. We're missing some good times here, people. We're missing some good times. No. Anyway. Yeah. You know, another thing too, you know, I've been keeping up with the CDC, what, you know, the updated what they say and hear what they say. But so I've been practicing being homeless. And the reason being is the CDC has a zombie guy, a zombie pandemic guy. And, you know, so I've been sleeping in my car. And it's funny because I know after like 2 or 3 days, I need to take a shower, you know, like when you do a sudden movement and you're like, what did I just smell? What, was that me? That is me. Yeah. Wow. I don't know. I'm just saying we should be prepared. You know, so I'll do this, you know, kind of end on this. I want to thank the Rona, you know, I've been calling it Rona, you know, COVID, Rona, just kind of make it light, kind of personified as a person. I want to thank Rona for the Zoom, you know, because we can be here on time. Definitely.
Yeah.
And not only that, I thank Rona that because you can order anything now, anything. You can order your breakfast. Amazon people, I know you're around here. I know you're listening. You can order anything on Amazon, your groceries, your alcohol, and your weed. Right? Yeah, I know. So I'll end on this. I love smoking weed, and the other person that loved smoking weed was Jesus. You know why? Because every time he would go and to a place and take long walks and pray, he was smoking weed alone. It's all in the Bible. I know how it is. Yeah. See, Casey, Mista See, that's what it is. Burning bush. Yeah, I was a burning weed bush. Thank you for your time. My time.
Yeah. That's right. That's our father, Cynthia Delgado, aka the Sin God. That's her street name. That's what we call on the block.
Yeah.
I can give people block names.
I'll take it. Gatto, sure.
That's right. That's right. And once again, the Dial Bar Comedy Show dropping some jewels that'll open your eyes. She talked about the robots in my home state. I'm from Philly, Pennsylvania. That's like the game player, Ready Player One. Like this is they're coming. And okay, one of my other things, because I'm similar to the Yang Bang. I don't know, Yang Gang Bang. Is that his name? Peter Yang Gang Bang. He's like a finger in the butt guy. I don't know. He's super freaky, right? Yeah, well, that's why his name is Yang Bang. It's like Yang Bang Gang, right? I don't know, whatever the fuck. But anyway, I'm a UBI guy. And number one, for COVID, I done gave everybody in America UBI and Medicare for all. And secondarily, these robots are coming. We can't stop them because rich guys are greedy. And it's going to be cheaper to hire them. And one day there's going to be more robots than people. If you have kids, raise them to be in technology, to make robots, to do code. Don't have them do nothing else. Can do a car or have a tradition. But anything in between that, business, all that other shit, no. Because that shit is coming in the next 5 to 20 years, and 50% of America won't be able to work because everything will do it. And if we are stupid, we'll end up like Hunger Games and like little FEMA camps and shit. So Cynthia Delgado dropping bombs. Round of applause for Cynthia Delgado. We're gonna move right into our next talent that's coming to the stage and whatnot. This lady is channeling the energy of the gangster Taco, the infamous GT. His favorite hat he always used to complain about out when it was a beanie. He's like, yo, where's my beanie, man? Where's my beanie, man? I'm like, GT, I will shove that fucking beanie down your goddamn throat. And I'm just anyway, nah. And this lady right here is capturing that energy. She's another family favorite. We always put up the people that have been here before early, and we close it out with our new babies. So we're gonna have this lady come to the stage. Are you guys ready for the CQ? Can I get a, oh no, we gotta do something different. We gotta do something different. We gotta do something different. That is something different. Cause I like this name. This name kind of bougie, right? His name bougie. His name's how bougie as fuck, right? It's like, I'm a Blomquist. So I need you guys to all get with me. And on 3, you gotta say Blomquist. So I gotta get a 1, 2, 3. Blomquist. Oh my God, that's right. Could I get a golf clap, 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 Courtney Blomquist.
Hi. I pronounce it with like a Midwestern accent since I'm from Indiana. So it's more like Blomquist, you know, like it's just a real like hard nasally sound. Takes some of the class out of it. But hi, everybody. Yeah, I chose this really ugly bar so that you would be less sad that you can't go out for St. Patrick's Day, because this is what you're missing. It's not that great. It's not that great. That guy, like, just, you know, kind of touched you. You weren't sure if it was weird. You weren't strong enough to ask somebody to like have him leave because you were timid inside. Am I just talking about my inner monologue? It's fine. It's fine. But yeah, guys, today I feel like my back is killing me today. And that's like a problem because I identify as a young person. So I don't really know what to do with that. Maybe I just like, I'm really craving a massage. Maybe I just miss being touched by a stranger. We'll see. I don't know. But yeah, I'm married. At least, you know, I've got like some action, I guess, here that happens. But it's weird that, you know, being married, because it's like, the other day, you know, I was realizing it's like, that's the only time where you can really just like look into somebody's eyes and be like, this is true love, because we're both wearing the worst underwear that we have and we're still going to have sex. Like, it's okay. We'll go for it. It's going to happen. Yeah. Lots of holes and you just put up with it. But yeah, I have spent the last year dyeing my hair a lot. I'm circling back to natural, I guess now, but I did a lot of fun colors. And the reason I did that is because I'm basic. Yes. I did what all the basic girls are doing. They were dyeing their hair. And that's because they marketed that hair dye to us as unicorn hair. Like, you could have unicorn hair and unicorns are special. And we were all like, ooh, I've been searching for a personality. And mine will be periwinkle. Yeah, I went through all the colors. I did, and brought us back to here. And now, but you know, I think my main reason for doing it wasn't being basic. I think I was just like running from the idea of being a Karen. Like, I didn't want my blonde hair anymore with this length because I was worried that I would look like a Karen. And I should have really just focused my attention more on not being a nosy bitch, but it felt like it made more sense to me to like spend a lot of money and risk going to a hair salon during a pandemic multiple times. Like, I don't know, just the way I dealt with it. Yeah, but I am basic. Don't argue with me about it. It's true. There's evidence. There's facts that back that up. I am a vegan, but I don't really know why. I love true crime podcasts because I'm so safe that I fetishize danger. And anybody else? Yeah. And I don't hate John Mayer as much as I should. So basic. But you know what? Like, that's okay because I am enough as I am. I'm fine with being basic. I am enough as I am. And I know this because I have a throw pillow that says that. So got it. I don't know if anybody else is doing this over the pandemic. You should be, therapy, right? Going to therapy. It's good. It's healthy. Mental health is a good thing. Speaking of truth bombs, Mr. See. Mental health is a good thing, but you know, it's hard. Therapy's hard, especially when you're like me and you don't have real problems, because it's like, how do you fill the time? You know, it's a long time, an hour. What do you talk about? What do you talk about? I remember once going to therapy and I ran out of things to talk about. I did. And I talked about fear of secondhand smoke
Uh,
for 30 minutes at least. Good 30 minutes. Yeah. And I left that therapy session and I walked out to my car and I looked back and I saw my therapist leaving the building and she turned the corner and she lit up a cigarette. Yep. And I could see it in her eyes. Like I knew exactly what she was thinking. She was just like, this bitch is on a sliding scale. I got into therapy to help people. When are these things gonna fucking kill me already? You know? And I was like, you're welcome. And I curtsied from across the street. All right. Thank you so much, guys. I'm Courtney Blomquist.
Yeah. I'm Apostle Courtney Blomquist. Blah, blah, blah. Courtney Blomquist. Oh, Blomquist. It did take the sexy out of it. Like
it does.
Uh-oh. Mr. C is free.
Mr. C is locked.
Mr. Freeze. He's Mr. Freeze now.
He is frozen.
Oh, that's funny. See?
Oh, does he even know? He doesn't even know he's frozen.
And that's a great pose.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh, man.
He's a robot now.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Well, Joe.
You're gonna have to call him.
Well, all right. Forget about it. Mr. C's frozen.
That's
Now I have to remember
He looks like
who's
he's
gone
about to
up
sneeze.
already and who hasn't, right?
Oh.
Okay.
Our headliner is Casey.
Linda went already. Cynthia went already. Courtney went already. Casey, all the way in Boston, has to stay up super late.
Yep.
Oh, here comes Mr. C.
Mr. C is
He's
back.
working it. He's working it.
Sideways, but he's here. There he is. God, my big screaming.
okay. All right, yeah, Kazoo, muzzle the kid. All right. Number 2, I am running for president. My phone is plugged in, my power is up, and I have unlimited Verizon. I get them $200 a month. That was the man trying to shut us down. And I'm gonna tell you why, because Courtney Blomquist, she dropped some motherfucking bombs. She talking about some great goddamn things. She talked about healthcare issues. She talked about family issues. She talked about mental issues. And that's a beautiful thing because Stop Our Comedy Show, it's all about the truth of reality. Most of America is struggling. Your therapist didn't smoke a cigarette because of you. Your therapist smoked a cigarette because you reminded you of her or him.
Ooh.
She was like, oh my God, my mom did that. Oh shit.
Yeah.
You know, did you know most therapists actually see another therapist?
Mm-hmm.
They did most Americans are under distress because, you know, 80% of Americans check to check. We're back to back. That's why we need Medicare for all to keep it. And also, you mentioned that you were married, right? That is the number one way to build wealth in America. 60% of American homes are single homes, and that's why we're struggling. And I think a president, they should give married couples, almost like how the military people and the other people get a benefit or some kind of UBI or checks. So if you're married, not only should you get a check for your kids, you should get like an extra check every month or on tax time for being married.
Well, you have my vote, so.
That's right. Carl Anthony for president, independent. F both parties. They're terrible. Only give us our $15 an hour. It should be 22, by the way. Carl Anthony. That's right. So another round of applause for Courtney Blomquist.
Yes.
Or Blomquist. I'm sorry, Blomquist. Sorry, no shoes in the store, but half a t-shirt.
Yeah.
And I think she wears a white beater, but
Yes.
I don't know. It's deep. It's deep. All right, so we got one guy coming today, and he's actually one of our new babies. And just like any good porno movie, we always save the cherry for last, right? So we're going to get all up in this wonderful gentleman. He is a closer, and he's actually back east, a beast from the east. As a Philly guy, I love this guy. And I've been to his city once. Now, this city is trouble. If you ever go to one of their sports events, they'll yell some offensive things at you, but treat you good at the bar once they get drunk enough to forget. Also, if you ever catch the subway in the city, it goes in a circle. They're fucking crazy. But that's a whole nother thing. Great town. This guy's a beast from the east. That means he deals with the cold. He deals with the shit talking. He deals with because back east, some people think we're assholes. We're just trying to make your day go fast. And he knows how to make your day go fast, and he's about to close it. Are you guys ready for our closer? Can I get it?
Yeah.
Keep a beat down. So we got to be on some Kennedy shit right now here, because I need some clam chowder. So on 1, 2, 3, I need on 1, 2, 3. I need you guys to all say chowder. Can I get it? 1, 2, 3. Chowder. And I need $1 for the cat. You know what I'm saying? You know about that, man. You know about that, man. Also, keep your daughters locked in the basement till they're 18. Another Boston tradition. So let's get it in right here. Are you guys ready for this final community to close it out? Can I get a yeah? All right, so this gentleman coming to the stage. He is cool in the fool. His name sounds like he got a good crossover coming down the lane, or he can catch passes like he catch pain in the drain. So can I get a clap, 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 clap for the B-Town bombshell, Casey the God McNeal.
Thank you. Whoa, keep your hands going. Keep your hands going for Mr. See. Oh my God, what a great introduction. Even I'm excited to hear what I'll say. I am glad to be here, you guys, especially on this night. Sounds like it's mental health night or something. I'm not feeling like my usual self, and you know that's an improvement. But it's been a tough day for me. Mr. C, talking about the subway. I started on the subway today. Had some trouble on the subway. I don't know if you guys had this happen to you. You're on the train. Some weird guy gets on. You know he's like not right in the head, right? He sits down right next to you, and then he wants to talk to you about his problems through the whole ride. Well, I'm that guy, and I'm not stopping. Saddle up, because I got a lot of disorders. I'm originally from Michigan. I'm from the hicky redneck part of Michigan called Michigan. And the thing is with Michigan, like the hick thing never leaves you. Like everywhere I go, I bring all the charm and sophistication of a department manager at Walmart. Like, you don't recognize, how about now? Let me tell you, when this is the face, you can be at any Walmart in America. Bring your A game. You're going to be answering some questions in sporting goods. Well, I have a question about Walmart. I was in Walmart the other day, off subject, question about Walmart. How come Walmart announcements have an introduction? Attention, Walmart shoppers. Yeah, who the fuck else is going to be in there? So the Picasso exhibit can ignore the following announcement. You know, I don't know what it is. I feel like, I guess because they COVID asked me, I don't know, but I'm just feeling older. Like I asked my wife to cut my hair so I didn't look quite as much like Larry King's evil clone. It's not working. But no, as I'm getting older, I think about my mortality in that. And somebody recommended this book called 101 Things to Do Before You Die. But I got the book, but I wasn't impressed. Like they didn't have any of the things I would think you should do before you die, like call a doctor, out for help, you know, add more fiber to your diet. But yeah, no, it'll happen to you kids one of these days. You'll get old. You'll get old like me. One of these days, you'll be talking to your grandkids. Say, when I was a kid, we didn't have an actual robot uprising. We only had these 500-pound drones that delivered our packages. If we wanted to have a robot uprising, we had to make believe with the old-timey Xbox. It'll happen to you. Okay, writing jokes on the fly now. I have a lot of disorders. I cannot help it. I am addicted to disorders because I have so many, I guess. I have the ADD, the attention deficit disorder. We're getting to know each other, right? I haven't been here, so we'll use the session to get to know each other. Who else likes not knowing where they are most of the time? The thing is with the ADD, like that has a nice name. They rebranded that for you snowflakes. When I was a kid, it was called minimal brain dysfunction. Because that's how you build character in children in the 60s. I can't blame my parents. Not just them. Just they didn't have guides for parents back in the 60s. Like they have all kinds of instructions and stuff. They even have warning labels on cigarettes not to smoke when you're pregnant. I asked my mom if she smoked when she was pregnant with me. She said, only when I was drinking. But no, the ADD is one thing, but I also have OCD, the obsessive compulsive disorder. Does everyone know what that is? I'll wait. The OCD, it's like mindfulness on meth. Okay, OCD is it's a mental disorder characterized by the obsessive repetition of unwanted thoughts, like numbers and songs and that, or the compulsive repetition of tasks, like checking doors and that sort of thing, or the obsessive compulsive repetition of thoughts or tasks, or the obsessive compulsive over explanation of mental disorders, or Unfortunately, I get distracted. No, the distractions are the only thing that saved me from the obsessions. Now, you know you're messed up in the head when you use one of your disorders to relieve the symptoms of another one of your disorders. For example, the distractions are the only thing that saved me in the grocery store from spending 3 hours picking out a lemon. The next one might be better. The next one might be better. Because before that can happen, I get distracted by somebody's wobbly shopping cart wheel going by. You know that sound, that blah, 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 blah. So then I start obsessively following them around. And then I get distracted by the music playing in the market because it's 99 loof balloons or something. Then I start obsessively repeating that because it's 99 loof balloons. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum. See, you'll all be doing it too. A couple of days from now, you'll be sitting at the breakfast table going, damn, he was funny. Oh, shit. A lot of jobs you can't do when you have OCD. NASA countdown guy, can't do that job. Like ignition in 5, 4, 3. No, wait. I have to start again. Ignition in 5, 4, 3. No, is it go on 1 or 3, 2, 1, then go? Oh my God. I try to get help for this stuff. I don't know if you guys have seen this before, but like down at the library, you could have a half an hour session with one of these therapy dogs. I thought that sounds pretty cool. I went down there. He didn't understand a fucking thing I was talking about, though. He just kept trying to comfort me the whole time. And I'm like, listen, Skippy, don't patronize me, bro. I came to do the work. So I smoke a lot of weed for this problem. You know, and I got the medical card. It's legal in Massachusetts. Everybody said, why'd you get the card? I'm like, are you kidding me? For $150, I got a doctor to tell my wife I need to be smoking this shit I've been abusing recreationally for decades. Priceless. Besides, the dispensary has everything. If you've seen that, they have flour, they have cartridges, they have edibles, they even have a patch. Just great news for me. Now I can smoke weed while I'm sleeping. But what's cool in the dispensary is like they have to observe all the customer service protocols. Like I get my weed products, I'm at the checkout. The guy goes, let's see. We've got a half an ounce of Granddaddy Purple, 2 vape cartridges, and 1 brownie. I hope you have a nice day. I'm like, hope it. Bet on it, pal. Have you smoked this shit? I'm on my way to buy condoms, man. Binge watching Bullwinkle this afternoon. Not a lot of problems in my horizon. And Canada got on board everywhere. They have recreational everywhere. Even Budweiser is making a drink. Have you guys seen that? I'm waiting for McDonald's to get on board. Bring us that adult Happy Meal, a cheeseburger and a pre-roll. But I'll tell you what, technology can help out a little bit for guys with my problems, the OCD. I don't know if you saw this. Appliance makers have invented a stove that you could control using your cell phone. Because America, no, that's a godsend for people like me with obsessive compulsive disorders. Don't you see? If I'm stuck in one of those busy meetings at work, if it gets too late, I say, listen, you guys, before we go any further, I just need to check in with my stove. It's ringing. Oh, hello, stove, please. Oh, yeah, speaking. Yeah, it's me again. Yeah, same question. I didn't leave you turned on, did I? All right. You're sure? Okay. No, one more question. Can you see if I left the front door open from where you are? I tried to get help for this stuff. I don't know if you saw, they have a 24-hour telethon to raise money and awareness for people with obsessive compulsive disorders. I missed it. I was at the store picking out a lemon. But the one thing that technology doesn't help out with is conflict, like fights and that. Like, I don't know if you guys saw this, but okay, here's the deal. Cell phones, before the invention of the phone, all I had to do to end an argument was physically leave the fucking building. That's it, right? But thanks to the cell phone, I've had the same argument with my wife for the last 14 months. Like Desert Storm only lasted 3 days or something, you know. It happened a little over a year ago. I'm having one of those dramatic exits with my wife. Like, no, I'm done fighting with you. No, this conversation is over. I'm out of here. I'm not talking about it anymore. I slammed the door. I walked about 10 feet. Text message. Oh, yes, you are talking about it some more. Great. Yeah, I would turn it off, but I don't want to miss a call from the stove. That's all the time I'll do tonight, you guys. My name's Casey McNeal. You can follow me, Casey McNealagram on Instagram. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, another round of applause for Casey McNeal.
Thank you.
Hey, anybody got some liquor on and take a sip? That was not a selfish endeavor. I did that for y'all.
Thank you.
That was for y'all. So Casey killed it. Once again, Casey tore that shit up. And he's brought up so many good things, crushed his shit. And that man, he's also from Michigan, as he mentioned. Now, if I understand, in Michigan, you can't make a left turn. You got to make a Michigan left or a left turn. You got to make a U-turn or a right turn. You got to make a U-turn and then a left. Is that correct?
I never followed any
left,
rules in Michigan. I didn't think Michigan people followed the traffic rules. Whatever it is, it never applied to me growing up.
Right. That's what I'm talking about. And that's what I'm talking about. And he closed it out perfectly once again. Every comedian night was hitting the marks of society. This man hit on a great topic that we talked about, ADD, school, education, and all that stuff. And me, I hate psychiatrists. I hate them. They can't explain what's wrong with you, so they give you a drug that they just hook you on. And when the drug wears out, they just switch you to a new drug. Psychologists are what it's about. The only reason you have ADD and all that stuff is because in autism, guess what? ADD and autism means they're just too smart. They just, autistic people don't like social interaction. No, because you guys are dicks. Okay? It's not because it's fucking wrong with them. I don't feel like dealing with your small talk. I don't want to talk about the fucking weather or anything, because those motherfuckers can build a spaceship. Don't drug them up. Inspire them. And one thing, calling for president. I worked in AmeriCorps. I learned that there are 5 learning things, and in school they only teach to 2. When I'm president, I'm going to reform schools to teach to all 5. So we're going to get your kids off those drugs. We're going to get them out those classes. We're going to get them set up, because I know too many people with taking all those pills that are normal kids. And if I didn't grow up in the 80s, they would have shoved them in me too. It used to just be called Carl doesn't apply himself. Now it's called you need a drug. So remember that. And another great round of applause, because Casey brought up a great topic. Save the kids, save the babies. Casey McNeal. All right. So that was our final comedian for the evening and whatnot. I'm extremely drunk, so I'm going to keep it very simple. I'm going to do a quick song. Since I've been running for president all night, I guess I should do my rap song where I tell my biography. Then Wild Joe, as long as Kazoo doesn't interrupt her, is going to tell you where to go. Let's check it out. I surfaced to the world as a third of a man, a second of a woman. Economy is booming. Check it, check, no more looming. Let's move into a bigger space. Too many living in an apartment place. So begins the case of that product me, Mista See. Born and raised in the hood, Mount Airy. Mental looking kind of scary. The neighbors say, how dare he talk about the hood like it's ghetto. Take them to the bar and make the asses drink stiletto while I tell them about the background with a minimum amount of Mac pounds. Now from everybody waiting smoking crack now. Yo, I see that shit now. And it's killing me, you feeling me? The reefer steady healing me, like Mr. McNeal. Flashback to my 5th year, and I started school with no fear. G-Town, Montessori year. I went there. My only memory is eating sloppy Joe there with my fro hair. Next step is elementary. R.I.P. to the Wallet brother Tyree. St. Teresa's where they dropped me from K to 8. Religious rape, the famalized state. What's up with my brother Nate? Don't worry, brother Carla always make up late. Then I wake up late. Then I move to that high school fool. Shorty's looking good, got me on the drool. Short and skinny, kind of cool, but quiet though. The sleeping pilot, Joe, staying with you like the Hyatt, bro. I must attest, E&S was the best. The 3rd best failed the stress test. So they made me take a rest, because I lasted for about a year. Next step, Lincoln Nas here. So I miss my brother K Digger, P Money, D RZA, and my settle great. So I had to fill my mental plate because I'm coming late out the gate. I graduate to Hampton. Yo, I was Ant-Man, like a concert by Frampton. Penny love was everywhere. Came and went, but yo, I still stare at the stars and say what could have been. I should have got it in. I let down my kin. Now I gotta sin just to eat. Never talking about holding heat. Doing things just to get me. And I got love for the lost and weak. And you know the love our words I speak. Mental health is important. Mental health care for everybody. Ding dong show. I'm sorry, wrong show. I'm that drunk. Stop our comedy. And we're not. And thank you, Miss Wild Joe. Get us out of here. Because I'm going. I'm saying all the wrong shows and shit.
All right. Thank you guys. I got the other baby crying at me now. Guess why? Because they're showing off. It's all about the TV here. But anyway, man, the one good thing about TV, it's addictive, and you can use it as a babysitter. But the bad thing is something that's addictive is when you take it away, they freak out. So anyway, oh God. All right, take it away. Take it away. Take it away.
It helps. DT was raised on TV.
This is why I don't know.
Gotta make him part of the show.
I wish
No,
I was
pick
a
him
real
up so we
bar.
can see him. Put him on camera.
It would just be some drunk guy. Instead, I've
Make him
got
part
like
of the
these
show.
screaming people.
Show him to us.
Jesus. Anyway, all right.
All right, you
This
guys.
is,
That's our show.
we've managed to make it through. This is Dive Bar Comedy. You can see us live on Facebook every Tuesday night. And we're all over the web. You can check the replay at divebarcomedy.com or wherever you listen to podcasts. Check out our podcast, check out Linda's podcast, check out everybody else's Instagrams, Facebook pages, whatever they have. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next week on Dive Bar Comedy.
Good night.